Hey guys, it's me, it's Constance, and I know that if you're watching the D-Stashes, you're watching the D-Stashes, but more than likely, a lot of you are not going to be seeing the D-Stashes. But you get a chance to see, finally, my 26th year anniversary card, because I couldn't share it before today because my husband would have saw it. I'm sorry, I had to have a drink. So I'm going to share first my card for my husband. So he gave me mine after mine. But I'm going to show you mine first that he gave me. He gave me my favorite chocolate. Let me tell you how this chocolate came out. JCPenney's came out with it first. I was living in D.C. area. And when I was going to cosmetology school, my girlfriend, Felicia, she was working at JCPenney's, and it was exclusive only to JCPenney's, and they were super expensive. You guys think they're expensive now. They were super expensive back then. And she got me this great big box of them, and I think they were $30 back in the day. And that was a lot of money. No, they were $15, which was expensive. You would consider them 15 or they were 15 for them then, but they were like $30 equivalent now. And that was back in 95, because my son was born in 94. That was in 95. And that would be equivalent to $30 now. And it was really super expensive. So he wrote Love of My Life. And I did ask him beforehand if I can share this. So he did say it was okay. And I don't think you guys understand. For my husband to get me a card, that's like super big. Because my husband does not. He's afraid to buy me cards because of the fact I make cards. But I asked permission for me to share it, especially the fact that I'm obviously going to be reading it. You get it, right? So he got me a Hallmark, first of all. Always and forever, you and me. And it says, Love of My Life on the card. Our anniversary reminds me it's not only about what we give each other on a special day like today, but what we share every day of the year. This is super big because my husband does not go card shopping because he's really intimidated by buying me cards because I make cards. And you guys got to understand that as a card maker and a scrapbook or paper maker, our paper user, you guys all get that. But it's very intimidating for him. And I told him, I said, I don't know why you worry about that, because I'm touched that he would even go and get me a card. But he took the time, obviously, for a guy to go take the time and pick a card. You're not just going to get a card. First of all, it's a Hallmark card. We women actually check that. Believe it or not, we actually do. We check that. Guys, note that. We check that. So our anniversary reminds me it's not only about what we give each other, but on special days like today, but what we share every day of the year. And this is actually cut out. It's a cut card. So it actually is a die cut. So I could feel it by rubbing my fingers over it, which you guys know. I like that. And then on the left side it says, and in you I have an understanding partner, and he underlined it, a strong supporter, he underlined it, a wise confidant, and a best friend, and he circled that. Which these words are really meaningful, especially lately with us. And I'm not going to get into that, but it's meaningful for me. And my one and only love, and he double underlined that. Go ahead, it's mushy. I was crying. And you are the greatest gift, underlined, of my life, underlined. And I promise to do my best for you, for our love, and for our life together. It says, happy anniversary. I love you so much. Thank you for 26 years and counting, Mike. That's Mr. Charming, guys. And if you guys don't know that, that is his nickname on my page and my channel. It's been his nickname forever. And yes, it's not Hallmark. Oh, it's not Hallmark. It's American Greeting. But that's okay. It's got a rose. But it's acceptable. We accept American Greeting and Hallmark. But he got the chocolates. And it's funny because the other day I actually went out and I bought a big box of them for us. And I made sure to split it. He got one package, I got the other, and I didn't touch his. But it's American Greetings is acceptable. But I'm impressed because this is die cut. You know what I want to do, ladies? Like, I'll show you. This is what I want to do. You see that? That's what I want to do. See? I want to go like this. You know I want to take it apart. I want to take it apart and play with it, but I can't do that because it's my anniversary card. But I keep all my cards, and you guys know when I do my cards and I make albums, I reuse them. But I want to show you, before I show you the card I made him, I want to show you what I got him. And I lied to him and told him I wasn't going to do anything. And I can't do that. I told him I wasn't going to do anything. You guys heard me in other videos that I wasn't going to do anything. I couldn't do that to him. I am one of those people that I can't. And I try not to lie. And I say I'm not a liar. But I couldn't do that. I can't. I can't. I cannot not do nothing. And I did lie. And I'm sorry. But I couldn't help it. I had to. A months back, they had some shoes on sale, and I had cool bucks, and I bought my husband some shoes. My husband, obviously, come the 25th, and it is now the 13th. In 12 days, my husband will no longer be wearing a uniform. And I really don't want to see my husband wear polos anymore for a working man. I don't want him wearing that. He's going to be 48. He's almost 50 years old. And God forbid I said that word. But I don't want him wearing polos. As a working man, I want him wearing dress shirts, short sleeve dress shirts, and long sleeve in the wintertime. And he has not wore dress clothes in a long time. And because he's getting older, because he is older, ouch. I wanted to do something where he is more of a professional. He's also coming out of the military. I don't want him to be stale in the market. Plus, he's got interviews. I want him to be more slicker. And he needs to update his pants because pleats are no longer in style. So he needs to get slick pants. But I wanted him, and I know it's kind of stereotype, but guys got to understand, this is a stereotype gift, but for the fact he's military, it's not. Because I prefer him in uniform, but this is not a stereotype gift for him. Because I haven't bought him this in over 20 some years, so this was a big deal for me to buy this. So, and I kept to her true nature. I literally kept to her true nature, and I bought him. And you guys might think it's silly and it's stereotype, but it's not. For us, remember, we're military. We've been military for 26 years, and he hasn't had to buy any of these. But I bought him a tie set. And if you guys notice, they are military colors. They are military colors. I went military style. Okay, sorry. But they are modern ties. They are not boring ties. Okay? I went paisley on them. He didn't get a choice. I told him I went military colors. I told him by his birthday he was getting hip and trendy colors. He didn't get a choice. But I started him off a little traditional. That's what he gets to start with. But I told him by his birthday he's getting little bolder colors. I mean, seriously, bolder colors. By his birthday and Father's Day, he's getting bold colors. But you guys might think it's silly, but for me, it's not, because he hasn't got a new tie in over 20 years. So this was a big step, people. But they are military colors. And I mean, I really want to show you. They're very pretty. They're very pretty. They're kind of a burgundy red with a smoke and gunpowder and black. They're silver. There's some gold into it. I thought it was a nice change. And then these are like the pocket things for suits. So I don't know. I mean, this is like a plaid type of design. I mean, it's trendy, right? I mean, I'm trying to be trendy. You guys got to understand. He is a polo guy. And I'm like, no. Because you got to remember, he's stuck with the polo and pleated pants. And I'm like, no. You are not doing that because it makes him look like a bulge in front. And I'm like, no, with the bulge and the pleats and the bald head and the polo shirts, you are not doing that. but I bought him some really nice shirts, shoes. And I'm like, we're not doing that. I said, no, I am making you trendy and modern, and you are almost 50. You're doing it my way. And I hope and thumbs up this video that I am doing it right. Ladies, if you agree, please comment below. You know, short sleeve dress shirts for the summertime and long sleeve shirts and suits. He is an officer. He's coming out of the military. He's going to wear dress suits, dress pants, straight, slick pants. I'm doing him right. Gray suit, slacks, and pewter dress slacks, and black slacks. And, you know, no, I want to see his butt. He is no longer in the 90s. I am trying to pull him out of that and trying to get him to understand he is going to be trendy. But on top of that, I did get him this. And for Valentine's, I am taking him out for some slacks. Slacks. Not pleated front pants that make him look like he have a bulge that he does not have. No, not that way. No, don't get the wrong idea, ladies. Not that. You get my point. He's not having the 80s style. I did get him some nice tie clips. Gold, silver, and black to go with that. I thought it was a nice thing. You know, it's stereotype, but again, please note that we are not stereotyped. We are out of the norm. You know, we are military. We don't have this type of stuff. So I have to reboot us. I know it's silly, but it's a nice set, and I wanted to give him a fresh start. And I mean, they're beautiful. These are silk ties. They're not expensive, but they sure look like it. So I thought it was a nice start. And I mean, the paisley type ties are slick and modern. Here's a little plaid one. You got the little kerchief for the front left pocket for the man. I thought they were nice, right? I mean, I like them. You know, and I think they're slick. He's like, well, I've never been the pocket guy. I said, I don't give a crap what you were. I said, you are now. I said, you are now. Because I didn't get him. He's got his patent leather shoes, you know, for his dress blues uniform. And I'm like, he goes, well, I can use those for work. And I'm like, no. I got him some really nice slick brown dress shoes. And I said, I'm going to get you some, you know, wing toe shoes. And he's like, I'm not used to that. I said, I don't give a shit what you're used to. That's what you're used to being in the military. You're going in the work field and you're going to wear dress suits and dress slacks. And, well, I'm not used to doing that. I said, well, you don't necessarily have to wear the dress jacket. I said, you're going to dress like basically a 50-year-old man. He goes, I'm not 50. I said, in 2 years you will be. You're going to start dressing like one. You know, you're there, dear. Deal with it. You're coming out of the military. You're not going to be stale because you're not stale, and you're going to not act like you're stale coming out of the military. You're going to be nice and dress nice. I said, you're not going to be dressing like you're in a suit all the time, but you're also not going to be dressing stiff. So, yeah, I showed him. So, for Valentine's Day, and I said, you're not wearing white shirts. We're going to take you for a black dress shirt. We're going to take you for a red shirt to match that. We're going to take you for a gray shirt. You guys get it. He's not wearing the traditional white shirt. I'm not doing that to them. He's going to look slick. He's going to look modern. And if you guys like that, make a comment below. You kind of get that. He's going to take those ties and he's going to get shirts to match the ties. Not a white stuffy shirt. You get where I'm going. He's going to look slick. He's going to look slick, and he's going to get pants that match the ties. The gray, the dark pewter gray, like the charcoal gunpowder color. He's going to get black. Not traditional look. I'm going to make him look modern. Y'all get it? Anyway, going on to the yeah, you get it. You get it, ladies. All right, so I'm pretty excited about this. And I want to show you how I did the card. And for years, my mother constantly sent me things. One of the things she sends me is and I saved it so you guys could see that I wasn't joking. My mom likes to send me calendars. And one of the things she sent me was a Disney calendar. And most of the stuff I couldn't save. But she sent me this Disney calendar. And I only have partial of it here. So this is partial here. And this is the back of this. Matter of fact, this was a mix of this calendar. Here's the back of it. And here's what I cut out. This is part of it. But I cut out the character that was right here. And I'm sure you can understand where this is going on this piece. I saw the character on it and I went Cinderella. And I believe, I'm trying to remember who sent me that. I don't know why I can't think of her name. Speak up, I know you know who it is. And I'm at a loss of thoughts. And I was thinking about her just a few minutes ago. But she sent me a bunch of die cut pieces. And I thought of her and I thought, oh, well, she's going to love this. But I thought, I cut this piece out of Cinderella. And I don't know where the other piece of it is. Lily, you're in my way, baby. I don't know where the other part of it is. But I saw it and I thought, what a perfect piece. And looking at the dark part of it, and I thought, oh, what a perfect piece to go with this. Because I kept saying I was going to use that for a frame. And I thought, how perfect is that to use? All I did was fussy cut out Cinderella, put it against a black background. I used the piece that she sent me, and it framed in Cinderella perfectly. And I matted it with the black, and I used a periwinkle 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and just a black gloss green here. I used the Stardust Stickle glitter glue by Ranger. You guys know I love this. I go through that stuff like it's water. And I filled in Cinderella's slipper. I used a little glossy accent on her necktie, her eyes, and her mouth. And I did use a stickle on her headband and just with the details. Now this was the cover. This was the cover of the calendar. A lot of the times when you get the calendar, some of the pieces are too big. And it actually, Cinderella was actually this big. I actually cut her down, fussy cut her just to fit that piece. And even on this, sometimes you can keep these little pieces and just do gift tags. And normally I do that, but I had so many pieces, I only kept certain pieces when I used it. I keep calendar pieces. This is why you never know what you can use. Old calendars are fantastic when they go on sale after the end of the year. They're great for little pieces like this. I mean, look what happened. And this was just a piece that she sent me. She had extra she had. And I think this was a die cut swap that we did like a year or so ago. And it worked out perfect for me. It was just an old calendar. My mom just sends them to me when they go on clearance after the end of the year and nobody wants them. And all I did was fussy cut, a little bit of glitter glue, a little glossy, 2 pieces of paper, a little bit of ribbon on it. On the back, I printed off, because I was thinking about quotes from Cinderella. And I didn't have time for stamps, and I have stamps, love stamps and that, and I was like, no, I want to go with something, because you guys obviously know that we are Disney fanatics, and I wanted to go with quotes, and Cinderella has some of the best quotes. Every Disney movie, they have quotes. You guys know that. There's a ton of quotes from Cinderella, lots and lots of them, and you guys would be surprised. You really should go into looking at the quotes just from Cinderella. And I was going through the quotes, and I'm going, man, I don't have any. I have some stamps of Cinderella, but none as much as hers. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to go in and use my collage and or save some images. So I went in, and I obviously saved one of the best ones. It says "Dream, a wish, a heart makes." So I saved that. I printed it out on photo paper, and I just simply cut it. I kept the best one that I thought that was elegant enough to go with the die cutout piece on the front. And that's all I did. I kept it simple. It's very elegant on the front, and I wanted to keep it very elegant and left with the black ink. So that's what I did to the back, because I wanted to leave a simple element to the back of it. That's all I did for the back. On the inside, and of course this is just the ribbon, it is pop dotted here. I double pop dotted it so that it gave enough of a lift and a relief on the front of it. I kept it simple. I didn't want to do any more. On the inside, I just printed out an image that says, and they lived happily ever after. Nothing to do with anniversary. I mean, it's still an anniversary theme. And they lived happily ever after, because that could be anniversary, could be a wedding. To me, it goes both ways. No, I have not written in it, because what I'm going to write in it is private. That's the reason why I have not written in it, because it's going to be a private message to my husband. And he asked me, he goes, you didn't write in it. He knows that I don't. Because he asked me if I had done my video yet. And I said, no, because you had already... See, if I do my pictures or images, because he checks everything every day. And that's why I don't. I do videos on the kids' stuff. Like Jeffrey's stuff. It's not a problem, because Jeffrey does not look at it. My daughters, I do the same thing, but I don't post it. Actually, I did this time, but she didn't see it. But, yeah. She's not connected to our iCloud anymore, so she wouldn't see it. But if I post it, she does see it. But, yeah, my husband sees it. That's the reason why I don't. But yeah, and they lived happily ever after, and that's the way I look at it for me. This could go either way as a wedding one. And one of the things I have to do in the next 2 weeks is I have to do a wedding card. And I'm trying to get a clue from her mom. My best friend, her daughter, who was also one of my cheerleaders, one of my first cheerleaders, and she was my cheerleader for 3 years. An idea of what she likes for me to do a special, unique, one-of-a-kind wedding card for her daughter. So I haven't figured that out. And that's a lot of pressure, because I love this girl like she's my daughter. And she knows it. I haven't seen her in years, but it does not matter. She's still, in my opinion, my daughter. And will ever, forever, forever be my daughter. Her and her sisters and her little brother. So, and you can see there's Cinderella and Prince Charming. And it says Cinderella. Really, you guys, if you don't have stamps, this is one of the things that you can use collage programs for. There's many ways of doing card making, and this is one of them. I did not use stamps on this one, but I do many different ways of cards. And not once did I pull out ink. I did not edge it. I did not do anything. This is one of my, a different way of me doing cards. But I also did this really elegant, ribbon. I've used it on an anniversary card with my husband before. He didn't even notice. But it is a sheer ribbon that's been die cut out with hearts. I actually used it on my 20th wedding anniversary card too, and he didn't even notice it. It was on a never-ending card. I did a never-ending card for my 20th wedding anniversary. I used the same ribbon. He didn't even notice, and you guys probably didn't either. But I'm telling you now. It's the only other time I've ever used this ribbon. So it's becoming famous for my anniversary card ribbon. He didn't even notice it. But I love the card. But it just seemed perfect. But he's like, he found me my glass slipper. And he's my forever, ever after. 26 years, and it's for my ever after. So that's my anniversary card to my husband. And I have not put CCC 19 on it yet. And I had to share it with you guys. So now that I shared it, now I can now get off and post a couple pictures with it. And I can now give my personal message to it. But for everybody else that are following the D-Stashes, and for those that are following the D-Stashes or not following D-Stashes, the videos will probably be off. But those that are, for the week of February 19, the next ones will be up shortly tomorrow, and then new ones will be up next week. So, the last for February 19. So, otherwise they'll be gone, and you guys have to wait for the next round of D-Stashes after I move. So I hope you enjoy my 26th wedding anniversary card that I made for my husband. My Cinderella card, my happily ever after Cinderella card for my 26th wedding anniversary. Let me know what you think. I really would love for you to tell me. Thanks, guys.